Yes, sir. Good morning to you and you where they listen to us this beautiful day. Count your blessings. Now I'm been the play for on top your speaker and na DJ Neptune been carry Spyro follow body on top that one. My name na Princess this morning, and you there on top Christ Said Radio and TV. Christ Said Radio and TV, now you there on top where your matter now we own. www.christsaidradioandtv.com. Now you go to make you for take the enjoy ourselves. Welcome to this beautiful Tuesday. Will be the number 10 day inside the month of June for the year 2025. 2 minutes don't run come out inside 9 o'clock, and we still they say happy new month in 3 days time. Now sorry, in 2 days time we go to mark Nigeria Democracy Day. Until then, you don't enter for Christ Said Radio and TV, where your matter now we own. Before we go jump enter tell you waiting day for the show today, make I also let you know, say right about now, take waka go. As they talk now, make I let you know, say right about now, just go to ChristSaidRadioandTV.com. ChristSaidRadioandTV.com. Make you for here everything we talk about. And if you follow us for all of our social media handles at Christ Said Radio TV, for all of our social media handles. Now, sharp on top of the show, you know, say every morning like this, inside the 9 o'clock hour, would they bring to you the program what they call Inside Naija. And Inside Naija, they divided into 2 parts. The first part, I go first enter for all the newspapers, them as many newspapers on I feel get for morning, and I go tell you all the things that we're doing inside there. After that, we'll just go sell small market. Then when we come back, sabi person go there inside the studio because some big tourists them don't bust out where in go take and help us to break down to pieces. For example, now Maryam Abacha they inside the news over the weekend, and she don't blow different talk about her husband. You won't know what thing she talk. You're gonna need to sit down with us for Inside Naija, make you for know the full gist. Again, the Office of the Presido plus Oga Peter Obi, they give you short award on top this subsidy remove. What thing that they talk about, you go need today with us for the part 2 of Inside Naija to sabi everything. But before then, make we for move inside all the newspapers this morning. Make we tell you waiting day for inside paper. Yes, make we tell you waiting day inside paper this morning. When we come back from that, then you go begin to chook mouth inside waiting day. No go anywhere. Yes, so welcome back to Christ Said Radio and Television, where your matter now we own. My name is still with Princess. 4 minutes to run past the hour of 9 o'clock inside Naija. Now you studio on top. Sharp, the first newspaper for my hand this morning, now Vanguard newspaper. And for Vanguard, like I tell you before, the Office of the Presido with Oga Peter Obi, they give each other goes on top this fuel subsidy and the policies for foreign exchange. What's in they talk about? Vanguard carry the full J's there. Ndume, no close mouth. He don't send message to Presido Tinubu. He say, 22 PDP governors, now be Mark Carrigo, give Jonathan many years ago, and yet Jonathan lose the election. But presidency can't tell Ndume, come on, you're just a lone wolf opposition. You there on your own, nobody tanda with you. Enter for inside the Vanguard, the Fugees, they with you. Sanlam, Alliance, say they don't come together to make sure say operations go tight inside Nigeria. And the big picture of Presido Tinubu still entering into Abuja to do some commissioning of projects like the ICC day for front of the Vanguard. And yes, the Guardian followed that one. 24 years later, 43 new operators, they target telcos undeserved. Okay, they target telcos, you know what time, as worry full ground. The English big, the thing be like say myself no understand them. But for you to understand, enter for page 6 of the Guardian, you go see the full gist there. On top issue of subsidy, Obi don't they say, let it be transparent. All the thing where you don't save, we want to see it. But Presido can't tell and say, come on, you are just desperate. Why all these glass balls, they go down, enter the Guardian, you go see them. Otedola say im go stand leg. Confirmento in confirm inside First Bank as Otudeko Odukale don begin dey consider say they wan move comot for there. Wike now so he gather people that will get matter levels for inside PDP for Abuja on top very important meeting. Obi, Oti, Nenadi said they don't relaunch obedient movement today for inside Abuja. 100,000 rickety containers now they just go dump for Nigerian ports. Now one group now they lament that one. And before I go move to the next newspaper, Maryam Abacha don't come out now they para against the talk we come out for IBB for a mouth on the Council of June 12 election. Hi, the Guardian hold the full gist, enter that side. Daily Independent don't come out to say macroeconomic gains they risk as parallel foreign exchange market stress they grow. English big opa enter for inside Daily Independent. The full gist they wait you there. PFAs don't turn out to creative industry to fit get to informal sector. VCs now they just the paraverse give on top say that they waste time to process students' academic record. Jan Dog go lead Lagos PDP talk person and other party organs them go APC. Wike don rally top supporters of PDP and don they warn say they should dey united. They should dey united. He say no opposition party fit survive if they no dey united. And one presidential work person, Aliyu Audu, don't resign from the Tinubu government. All this one they go on as Umar, he say, after God, my loyalty now with Tinubu. Obi, they accuse Tinubu and others saying that then they cause all the igiaga where they go on for inside LUP. And NNPC don't they warn, say make them they careful for how they take they represent things for waiting they go on. Serap, where be Jembody where they fight for people right now, don't they push Presido? Tinubu say, please, Presido, stand up. Stop Wike from closing down 34 embassies. Daily Independent, now you get that full gist. Nigerian Tribune, now follow Daily Independent this morning. And then Maryam Abacha don't come out. They defend her late husband. He say, Abacha no cancel June 12 election. He never stole any money. He say even the money where Abacha been saved some months after he died, the money just disappear. Enter for inside the Nigerian Tribune. The Tory stand gidigam. They wait you there. Sabi people where they call experts don't come out say, in a very near term, Naira fit to constable around 1,600 Naira and 1,750 Naira to the dollar. And the big picture for there, and I say Presido will commission ICC, International Conference Center for Abuja, today. Moving to Blueprint, the biggest gist for Diana from Maryam Abacha, and she say, on the $5.12 billion Abacha load, make anybody will get evidence, come out and prove, say my husband thief Nigeria money. And then, presidency, they tell Obi, everything we say you sabi about economy, about running government, he not reach anywhere. Enter for inside the Blueprint, the full gist, they wait you there. Daily Trust, on top the plenty water palava of flood. With a year now say people, where they live that side, they're not agree evacuate, they're not agree make they carry their come up for their house. Instead, they say they are finding help, they are finding help, they are finding help. All that one, therefore, inside the front of the Daily Trust newspaper. Defection, potting from one party to the other, say commuting from their party to go join APC, don't make APC members to become 68 inside Senate and 207 inside House of Reps. And still, poor emergency services, na just they finish the Federal Medical Center for inside Abuja. Enter for inside Daily Trust, you know, go one miss that gist. Inside politicians' pilgrimage to Bordelon. What thing that they talk about? Daily Trust get the full gist. Oga Obi, Peter Obi don't come out now say, see wetin I for do different. Maryam Abacha still there for Daily Trust, and she say, money when my husband been kept for Nigeria, boo, he just base, we not see him again. Another work person of Tinubu don't resign. And finally, for the one we know sweet belle, 7 people now their key throw away for inside something where they blow like a bomb, where they call IED, where blow for inside Sokoto State. And as I close mouth for inside front of paper this morning, make I give you the Punch Sports Extra. And for Punch Sports Extra, Osimhen future still they shake. They still never know where it go. after the Saudi transfer don't collapse again. United say that they plan test again move. Arsenal, they plan fresh 100 million euros Sesco bid. And again, Morata now don't begin to think whether making retire from Spain or not. Modric don't confirm, say they are in talks with Milan. Forest, they confirm, say Aina Awoni go remain with them. Boniface, not mean when he say in they retire from Eagles. Ren, they eye on Wachu as a very important signing this summer. Even as Everton, don't they enter the people then will be say they follow the drag to see who go get Uche. All this one and plenty more now you go see for front of Punch Sports Extra this morning. Like I always tell you, not just listen to Waiting Princess talk on top of this radio and TV. Carry yourself by yourself. Even if not for road, buy a newspaper or go for a newspaper stand. Pay small thing, make you foreshadow the papers them. Get this information for yourself and your own no go loss. Join us again tomorrow for another beautiful edition of front pages of newspaper inside Naija. But for now, stay with us because when we come back, the big tori them now we go carry reach your domot. No go anywhere as 12 minutes don't jump come out hour of 9 o'clock. My name na Princess. Happy Tuesday to you. Yes, so anytime where we stand for resistance, so for instance, by the one and only two Baba, now they play on top your speaker. So welcome back to Inside Naija on top the radio and TV station where your matter now we own. What did I talk about? Now Christ said radio and TV. Remember, say like I always tell you to enjoy the sweetness, so they enjoy it together. Just go www.christsaidradioandtv.com. Follow us on top all of our social media handles at Christ Said Radio TV, especially our YouTube, where all our better reports them they wait for you. Still my name now Princess. 15 minutes run past the hour of 9 o'clock inside this beautiful Tuesday. Will still be the number 10 day inside the month of June for the year 2025. Inside Naija Part 2, where the big tori they reach you for your domot. Matters are plenty, no be small. If you listen to the newspaper, you go say some hot gist there. And like I always promise you, go carry somebody with sabi pass, sabi man to enter inside the studio to follow us talk. I get with me my correct person, my sabi oga. The man will be say if you break everything down for you, you self go no say you don't hear something. Who are they talk about? Na Kolawole Omoni. Kolawole, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Princess.
How you day this morning?
I day fine.
Your face they shine.
Thank you very much.
All right, now welcome to the studio. All right, so like I talk, you feel still they follow us on top all of our social media handles, and you feel they put mouth for the matters they will they talk about, make you for hear your own color of Bele. But sharp Kolawole, one of the big stories over the weekend. The late military head of state, General Sani Abacha, his wife, Maryam Abacha, been appear for one of our television station for the country. She actually go TVC. Yes, on TVC. Yesterday will be Sunday to mark 27 years since the death of Abacha. Now there she can't go there to do interview. She can't maintain, say, all this talk of say her husband loot money, her husband loot money, her husband loot money, say not be true. Say actually, make we check am, they are just misinterpreting everything of what her husband do. In her stories, them according to what she talk now, she said those people now where they claim, where is the evidence? Where is the evidence? In her word, she say, who be the witness? Say they actually carry money go hide. He said, did you see the signature or the evidence of any money where they hide abroad? And the money where my husband even keep for Nigeria, in few months, the money vanish. People are not talking about that. She talked plenty others, but this is not the main point. So I ask you, point or no points?
Yeah, you know, when you hear this kind of information, you know, say, they come from the person where been a family member. And whether not true or false, you don't expect his wife to come and talk otherwise in the public. And I think in the history of Nigeria, one of the outspoken first lady, where I been know where now Buhari's wife, you understand? Where people they always accuse, why you they always talk against your husband's government then? And it's more of talking about the policies and whatever, but to see a wife that to come out openly to say true, my husband loot una money well. You know, say that one go hard, especially for our continent, will be Africa. So we don't expect her to say otherwise. So waiting be the fact we dey for granted. Now that one we go need to at least really chook mouth more on top. And don't forget, you need fire to generate a smoke, right?
True.
So if there's no smoke and there's no fire, there's no smoke. Probably they always get this impression, say Nigerians, they always look for something to leverage on. What really led to this? You understand? If they talk, say, okay, Abacha loot. So many people, they talk, say, okay, they can't even take advantage of this Abacha loot. The one we know being carry and go abroad, then go talk, say, nah him. Probably because he know they are alive again to come defend himself. Now, let us talk about fact. Was there any reason for them to even talk, say, Abacha loot day before?
Yeah.
We don't get many recoveries, official recovery from Switzerland and a number of countries like that.
Yes.
So if we get a recovery, who took it there in the first place? That's number one question. Then, after that recovery, we get many of them where Buhari government been do social interventions, investment intervention that time. At a point, they were even sharing for 5,000 naira for women in villages and stuff like that. So now part of the evidence where we feel talks, okay, this is what they claim that they recovered from abroad, where they talk, say, na Abacha loot. So if you are now saying your husband no do that, can we now track the record of how, for instance, in 90s, you'll be talking about MK Abiola, the richest in Africa then.
True.
Like we're talking about Dangote right now. You can easily track the record of the family. There was this popular say, or let me say popular rumor, where they always say, oh, then talk say, no matter how they recover whatever they call Abacha loot, the family can never be poor like Dangote. There's this popular say, you understand? So if you have that kind of imagination, can we now track the family to say, okay, if we know Abiola for business in 90s, and he was the richest in Africa then,
What do we know?
if we know Dangote currently right now, how he started and how Nigerians have been able to track his record till this moment.
Yeah.
You understand? Can we now track the Abacha family beyond being a general or number one citizen of a country in 90s? What are these investments? You understand? That you can, where are these investments? Where are these industries? Where are these businesses that are really booming for the family? That still make the family remain relevant to this moment. You understand?
Yes.
Because we've had a number at a point. I remember when they did ask one lawmaker, I think the Speaker of Lagos State, he thought said the reason why they do this pension law for Lagos guys, for politicians, former governors in Lagos, now because of say they see one of the former governors when they push car after he finish in tenure. You understand?
Yes.
I forgot his name now. This former, he was a journalist, you understand, before he became I think the first governor in Lagos State. You understand? Say then say in the push can I made them go push for that pension law. So being a president between 1993 and 1999, does it make you really very that big? You understand?
Yes.
And so many other things. And if people have been talking about this, the woman talk say, people don't they talk about her husband for 27 years and they no still stop talking about it. It means say they powerful. Now the legacy we would always talk about be that. If you won't live today, what would they be saying about you? Is it on a negative note or on a positive note? So we have to check this. Now the reason why we always talk is, okay, whatever the position you are occupying today,
Yes.
do and well. Because tomorrow will be another person. And whatever you are doing today becomes story tomorrow. And they will keep talking about it. Now history, whether we like it or not. People where they are not born that time, they will still wake up, they will still born them, they will still grow up to hear Abacha. Because of one or two reasons where it's known to almost every Nigerians.
So for your talk now, make we still check the records to be sure, because truly, they're bonus. Okay, they know when I see I'm sure, but at least as I enter the media study here, Abacha loot, we even they call and say it's the sugar daddy that keeps giving. Say, because almost every government we don't come in, don't get return. What will really be the evidence? Say this money truly. Now Abacha loot say no be like waiting some other people don't talk say the just roll pan now since he not there alive to defend himself. Any money now will come from outside now. The tamam Abacha loot. Is it really, did Abacha really loot our money? Checking history, checking waiting, some people don't talk on the matter. Did Abacha really loot? Because she's really asking, who be the witness of say this man thief this money, carry go those side?
The evidence I don't already tell you that if they're saying he no loot, if a whole country talks, okay, this money they with us, now this person deposit them with us.
Yes.
He carry and come. We can't trace it. Nobody is claiming it. You people should come and collect it.
Your money back.
And if to say they are still saying that we are struggling to recover now,
yes,
we say, okay, maybe not just propaganda. There was evidence that Nigerian government got money back from Switzerland,
UK,
you understand?
True.
And they confirmed it that we got this money and we are putting it into social investment.
True.
And they put it there. So what evidence again do we need? And at that point, the family did not come out to say, no, this money will not get, no be our father, no be our husband. Now put that money there. You understand?
Yes.
Like I told you, it may not be out of point if they thought, okay, they discover some other money, then link out to anything can happen in Nigeria. You understand? But was there a fire before smoke? This is what we're talking about.
Was there a fire before smoke? All right, coming still on top waiting she talk before we go move to the next one. She still come out now, constantly the para for Nigeria people we believe, say, you know, other government get this money. Then she can't say, she says now because Nigerians now fools, they listen to everything. She said Babangida no make Nigeria alone. Abacha no make Nigeria alone. Abiola and everybody, nobody is big enough for Nigeria. Say everybody for street, they important. In short, all the time they claim, they reject that claim or say, now Abacha lead like the soldiers, the people then we go cancel the June 12th election under IBB government. You get? She say, all I know is that the annulment was not done by my husband. Say, if una the talk say na him do am, it means say he's very powerful, even more powerful than the president. If Presido been there and somebody else they run things, it means say Abacha was the greatest. What do you think of this point?
That was the impression that Babangida's book gave us.
Yes.
You understand?
She talk
even though me personally, I no one believe that. Or don't let me say, okay, I no one believe that. Let me just say like, okay, if you are doing that, it means say you were not in charge then. You understand?
Yes.
Because whatever, every single activity that happened that time, you are the one responsible for it. Officially, legally, you are the one responsible for it. Whatever is the behind the camera scene, Nigerians are not interested in it. And now the reason why you be they see backlash after that book, say, okay, can you for once take responsibility? And at least he has admitted that, okay, Abiola won that election.
Yes.
That he was forced not to declare him. You understand?
Yes.
By what? But whatever the case is, in as much you are in charge, you should be able to act accordingly. For you not to do that, for you to now be doing blame game, the person where you they blame is no longer alive. You were just lucky, you were privileged to still be alive to come and be sharing the story. So I totally agree with the Abacha's wife on this, that her husband was not in charge then. He might be powerful than the person that was in charge. That is none of the business of Nigerians. Because you were there to go and be in charge, to take responsibility of whatever transpired under you. You gave an impression that, okay, we needed a democratic system of government. You pushed Nigeria into election, and eventually you did not declare. So whatever transpired, you're supposed to take responsibility. Now, one of the reasons why they talk, say the INEC chairman that time not supposed to be celebrated as hero. Because he too was claiming that he was under pressure not to make declaration, but he already knew all the results.
That was the reason why the likes of Oshomole was now say, okay, if you did not make that declaration, because you dey fear say you go die, then go kill you. Say, why can you be called hero? You understand?
Yeah.
So if Babangida they claim say, oh, now because of the forces, now because of the Abacha's and the force and stuff like that, it means say you were not in charge. You're supposed to take the risk. If it will cost you your life, it's part of the risk. Part of the reason why you will be celebrated. Yes. You can't be celebrated when there's no sacrifice.
True.
Sometimes it could lead to your life. Soon, in the next 2-3 days now, we'll be celebrating some people because they took their life because of this struggle. Do you know how many people that were killed because of the struggle? So you just want to be celebrated for not risking your life? It's not possible in that manner. So whatever the case was then, we will officially, repeatedly, and lawfully blame Babangida for it, not Abacha, because he wasn't in charge. It was what happened when he took over. We will now ask him to also be accountable for. And that's what we've been talking about the family in the last 27 years. We can't stop talking about Abacha. The family should know about that. Endlessly, Nigerians will be talking about Abacha because of the legacy.
Thank you so much, Kolawole Omoni. Your blood on the heart. Doing it the way I like it. We still on top inside Naija for Christ Said Radio and TV. My name is Princess. I still get Kolawole Omoni inside the studio with me, and you don't hear him. We go continue to talk about Abacha because of the legacy we put for ground. Without wasting of time, 29 minutes don't come out hour of 9 o'clock. Make we jump, enter the next story. Now, Ali Ndume, one of the senators now don't come out. He dey in the news and he collect gbasgbos from his own party. Second say he enter for television program. He go Channels TV program, and in the course of talking, he go they talk different talk. Actually, he go give warning when he sit down as a guest for Channels television program Politics Today on Sunday. Now in this one happened. Now good, as the thing happened. According to 18 Oga Ndume dey talk, he say, hey, Presido Tinubu, let me give you warning. They fit give you the Jonathan treatment too, because Jonathan been get 22 governors where he give am pass mark of carry go, we support you. Just like how they do for Tinubu today. And he say, what happened? Jonathan lost woefully. He can't they say, in the fear, say history fit happen again if Tinubu fail to do wetin he call, the right thing to do because of how the economy they had. He say all the support where they get from plenty people. If he give them a license of security, where if you go scatter things for inside the election. Anyway, wetin you get to talk about wetin Ndume the answer.
In politics, anything can happen. Yesterday, we saw a number of things where they happen then. About politics, any story can change at any given time. The yes to them right now may be no to them tomorrow.
True.
So, me say everything they intact the way it did right now, and the impression where Nigeria has been they get about the APC government. The only concern I get, the reason why it might not be that possible the way in be they talk you have to factor who was in charge then and who they in charge right now. You understand? Who was in charge then in the sense that you need to know that, okay, the leadership style of Jonathan, you can't compare to that of Tinubu's government. That's number one. Then the second condition you need to factor is that the desperation, the level of desperation of Goodluck Jonathan, you can't compare it to the current situation that we are witnessing right now. The political calculation, the permutation here and there, and the strategies, you can't compare it. These are the factors that work for politicians. If we talk, okay, 22 governors been they support Jonathan, and the current situation right now, it may not be like that. There was a complete strong opposition then. And mind you, the APC that are in charge today, that they are ruling today, they attempted it twice before they got it right.
Sure.
It didn't work for them in 2011, but eventually it worked in 2015.
So if you are now talking about the governors that are in charge then, that supported Jonathan, that made him, the effect, oh, he will win the election, he lost it and stuff like that,
Yes.
you can't compare the way Jonathan reasoned politics like the way Tinubu government reason now. The calculation, you can't compare it. The influence, you can't compare it. Jonathan was just using his power, which was accidental then, because he did not even prepare for it. Things was just working for him according to his name. Good luck from local government chairman till he became #1 citizen of the country. Unlike that of Tinubu government right now.
Okay, so if you say Tinubu prepare for this situation where we did today?
Over prepare for the warrior. Preparation not to how to rule or what to put in place to even make Nigerians better, the way I always talk am, but the preparation to take charge, to be in full charge of the government. He had prepared, but at a point they talk, so, okay, now he be kingmaker. He said kingmaker, they become king too, and eventually he became king. His influence in the north, where they have most of the majority votes, you can't compare to what Jonathan was doing then. Jonathan was just relying, oh, now he be a president. But you can't compare the kind of investment which Tinubu already put into many people that will do the so-called structure where they talk about. You can't compare it. And beside that, one of the reasons why I supposed to agree with this thing, partially be say, are the 22 governors or 36 governors will change narrative. If to say our mumu done, no matter, even if we get 100 governors in Nigeria, if to say our mumu done, if they go to poll, what would their vote do for us? It's inconsequential. But because our mumu never done, they will now rely on that their so-called structure, political structure. Say, oh, I hold my state, you hold your state. Let us support this move. So that is what they are still leveraging right now. Because if to say Nigerians, we #1 agree that, okay, let me go to pool, let me go and change the narrative. That's #1. Then who is in charge to manage the affairs of the entire electoral process? INEC. Are they truly independent, the way they write their name for paper? If you get this aspect too done, that they will not be influenced by anybody, we've been talking about, okay, can we have INEC chairman that will not be appointed by a president? We've not been able to resolve that. So these are the kind of calculations that we need to put in place. But above all, people are celebrating Jonathan today because they felt he was not that desperate, too desperate to rule. You can't compare it to others. You can't say because it worked then, it will work this time around. And for instance, we had a strong opposition that time, APC. As we speak right now, can we call PDP a strong opposition?
Okay, ma pause you there. Thank God that you bring this talk of opposition. Now, from the talk, Oga Ndume come out now. He say, he no support waiting APC they talk. That's waiting the APC governors they talk. As things are very bad in the country at the moment. He mentioned the harsh economic situation, the one where we say cost of living, just the jack up won't keep people, and even the insecurity. In a word, he said Nigerians cannot see any hope. They are doubting the renewed hope of the president. That's minus the 22 endorsement we get, so he still raise all these points. You think, say, still get points, or you still feel, say, the situations are different?
He get points. Even you, if they ask you here, you too get points. Every Nigerians get points. The reason why they should be angry with the current ruling party. Not because of the current administration, but the entire ruling party, the way they been started like almost 10 years ago. You understand? Because things are not changing the way they may talk. Say, you know, say they may start with change mantra that time.
Yes.
Nigerians forgot to ask, what kind of change they talk about? Is it positive or negative change? And we are still there today, till today. So everybody, if you check the indicators, check the indices, check the figures, is it from inflation rate? Is it from the foreign reserve? Whatever statistics, it's on a negative note. But here is the question. Are we even ready for that desired change? We've been come out the other time. We see people where they do pro and against protest.
True.
You understand? The same way on election day, you see this person say, oh, lie, we not agree. Another person goes talk, say, no, they don't say to me. Now this person, if no be him, we don't go fit. So if that not the case, it means say collectively, we never really ready. And the impression where these people get, we say, whatever the case, just manage, just prepare well, monetarily, that day of election, they can be able to monetize the entire process, then you are good to go. And part of the preparation is that they will count all polling units we have across Nigerians, across Nigeria. They will count how many number of people that will be there, how many number of presiding officers that will preside over the election, what will be the package for each one of them. They have this impression that if you are a party that could not be able to do that, it go hard you. The way APC came that time, truly, we had that impression that, okay, we want this change. Yes. They were prepared for it. At a point, APC even had their own control room, like INEC office, that every single result that was coming out, they were sending it there. They started counting, they've even had the result with them before they did normal announcement. But the point is, if we had a leader then that may say, okay, server no green work, we don't even know the result. We have to check later and what have you. If we had a leader like that was so desperate to rule, do you think we have the results we had that time? We may not be able to. So this is what we're talking about. Everybody must at least get ready to say, okay, we really mean this change we're talking about. Okay. We really mean this change we're talking about. It means you must not take 10,000 naira to go and vote on that particular day. If you feel saying a big man and you don't feel afford 10,000 naira. If they give you 10 million naira that day, will you say no? The moment you cannot say no, it means say you too, you're not ready. So these are the kind of things we need to check before you can say, okay, this person is good to go or this person is not good to go. And the coalition they're talking about, the earlier the better. We have to check some things, see the level of preparation before you can talk. So, okay, these people really mean business. Election that is less than 2 years now, and they've not been able to officially conclude on the coalition, to see the caliber of people they'll be able to drag in, to see the number of governors they'll be able to drag in. Because whether we like it or not, if we're talking about the structure, that you say, okay, this political structure is still working for them, and it still work for them. So who are the people around you? Who they finance them? Because money will still be a strong factor in next election, whether we like it or not. They have this impression now, regardless of any coalition you are forming, you must also prepare monetarily. Sure. So who is their own sponsor? Who they sponsor them? So these are the kind of things they will really need to put in place before you can say, okay, because then 22 governors were supporting Jonathan and they did not win election. You can't compare Jonathan's desperation to the current situation right now.
Thank you so much, Kola Wole, on top of that one. But before we go talk the last matter, and then people go begin to put their mouth into the hands. Presidency don't come out now, just they dismiss Ndume. You know, they say, yes, now part of us, our party, they liberal, but it's a lone wolf opposition. You understand, most times, you know, they get in facts right, you know. Do you really think, say, may they just dismiss and like that? Because even Babachi Lawa, now you hear so they say wave of defection. People now, they leave other parties, they join APC. You hear them for the people say don't increase their number for Senate, they don't increase their number for House of Reps. But Babachi Lawa don't come out say, not be by like that. And then the presidency don't say, forget, all this thing won't do me, they talk. He's free to say what he want to say, now he get him out, but he's a lone wolf opposition. You know, they get him fast, right? Do you think he should be dismissed or waiting he actually talk? The party should really look at it and do something about it.
You know, politics is a game of interest, and the moment you feel like your interest is not secured, you'll be talking until when they listen to you. And if they don't listen to you, two things are involved. Is it that you belong or you get out of the show? That's what it means. And that talking, we may be seeing it as, oh, these guys are noisemakers. They know the game. They understand it. You keep talking, and you remain relevant or in politics, you maintain your silence, and they will say, oh, this person, they don't already relegate them. And that is what we're seeing right now. But let us track the antecedent of Ndume. Now, person will be say, if they always talk truth. If they always like to talk facts. It may be because of the current situation right now, where the interest you get as the way as they be, say at a point in they try to approach Oga Presido, they know they give one chance, and the reason why they speak out and stuff like that. And you can also not downplay Ndume. You want to talk about politics, especially from your own state, which is Borno State, for somebody to have been in charge since 1999, and he's been voted for repeatedly till this moment, one of the oldest lawmakers in the National Assembly. So you can't say it's not making sense in some of these things when they talk about.
Okay.
So
how are they taking criticism should be part of what we'll be discussing. If they feel like, okay, this guy is working for opposition, he will soon leave them for where? And what is his own political interest, wherever he's going to? For somebody to come out openly to come and be condemning his own party's policies, you know, say, he get as he be. Because politicians, mostly now when they know they in charge, when they know see seat to sit down well, now you go see more of this. And the reason why some people they talk, say, waiting Aero5 been they do now because they don't give them ministerial appointment and what have you. But no, in some case, for now, he has not lost anything. He's still in charge and he's speaking out. I think it's better for them to listen to what he's saying. Everybody cannot sit they sleep on the bed and lie the same direction. So if they feel like, okay, is somebody they can't do away with, they can do away with rather, whatever the case, he will have his own way to decide on that, whether he will join the coalition or not. But to me, in his constituency, is good. They like him very well. He always go home, even in the eyes of all these Boko Haram activities, then they enjoy waiting they do for them. So if that's not the case, no matter the security, and if we are not hearing that Ndume want to contest for president, let him continue to speak the truth. If they feel like, okay, he don't align with all that opposition, because that's the impression. The moment politicians here say you talk something where they reasonable, they say, oh, you don't work for opposition. If now the way they see him be that this one is more of party affairs. If they do not listen to him, then the time will come that he may find his way, or if they choose to punish him again, he no concern anybody. The only good thing is that, okay, his people, they still like him. So he may still approach them again, say, vote for me, they will still ask him to return.
Thank you so much, Kolawole Omoni, on top of that one. Now, make we move to the last matter where we say we'll give Inside Naija. Remember, say if you follow us on top all of our social media handles at Christ Said Radio TV. Even this one, what they do by the special grace of Baba Godeh, we will still put them out there, make you for take enjoy this one. Continue to invite people to subscribe to our channels, to follow us, to like our pages, and to also drop their own comments on top all the reports what they put there. But if you want to follow us live like this, just go www.christsaidradioandtv.com. Make we for take the relate well. Now, sharp for inside the one where we go take close mouth for Inside Naija, Office of the Presido, and the presidential candidate of Labour Party LP, that na Peter Obi for 2023 election, say the Glasgows, they meet each other on the battlefield on top all this fuel removal of subsidy, the foreign exchange policy, different things where Oga Presido Bola Ahmed Tinubu government they do. Now, one sweet one here be say, Obi talk am, say go check my manifesto, go check what me I say I go do. I also talk and say, I go remove subsidy. Removing subsidy not be the bad. It was not a bad thing to do, but the only problem is say the way where they say remove them. You get, he said the way we say they're not planned, they're not organized for how they say remove them. Now it can cost Nigeria now today for inside this economy wahala. You get, but instead the Presido accused Obi say he's too desperate for power and he no know. He have no understanding of how they say they run government. Before we go for inside the full details, talk to me. What do you think about the Glasgows between Obi and the Presido office?
Now, more of politics anyway.
Really?
Yes, then they give each other Glasgows. Politics in the sense that all the presidential candidates in 2023 agree to remove subsidy. All of them no give out. And that is how politicians behave. They no give out. So that out now they take judge the current government.
But wait, but for what you be talk, he say make you go check. He say make you go check where input in own. Say it is there. He say I have consistently maintained. Say I for remove the fuel subsidy. If you go to my manifesto, it is there, and the steps I would have taken in an organized manner.
Here is the point. The step you would have taken when it was no longer lawful. It was no longer lawful, and I will explain. The explanation is that fuel subsidy was removed 18 months before
it was actually removed.
Before Tinubu came on board. How do I mean? They passed Petroleum Industrial Bill to Petroleum Industrial Act.
True.
PIB to PIA. 18 months before Tinubu came on board.
But
by virtue
sorry,
of law, if to say a country where we say they know they joke with law in Nigeria.
But sir, we were also here where we say they actually still make provision even 6 months after Tinubu take government before they go finally remove it. But there was provision for it now. Say we'll continue to do that subsidy 6 months after, right?
Inside what?
Inside the budget, now inside our budget.
Yeah, I'm not talking about budget now.
I get that there was a law, but they have not removed it now officially.
That is what I'm explaining to you now.
Okay.
If there is a law, when they say there is a law, law is law. Anywhere you go to, law is law. The moment law comes up, whatever the case, is suspended. The moment they passed Petroleum Industrial Act,
yes,
we're not supposed to hear subsidy again.
Okay, so why did we continue?
By implication, we're not supposed to allow that line inside the bill to skate through. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh, the way they come out subsidy, now it makes sense. But the moment they allow that line to say, okay, there will be no subsidy again.
Inside the law.
Inside the law. And they eventually pass it into law. If to send a country where no day lawlessness,
yes,
where no they always push for something where no day lawful.
So automatic, that's subsidy for just cut.
For just cut,
okay,
immediately.
So the fact
now,
that they continue.
Garuba Shehu come out. He been talk on behalf of Buhari, President Muhammadu Buhari, former president, say, we know implement this Petroleum Industrial Act, especially the subsidy aspect of it, because of a condition, say we won't make our party win election. You understand? So whoever is blaming Tinubu in that regard, I'm not saying this to say the current administration, they are fully respecting the rule of law. But the moment they don't already put down for law, say this thing is no longer existing, it means say whatever we are doing in 18 months was unlawful. You understand? Here is my point. Now, because of the system, we're no strong in the first place. Now, the reason why they talk say they want common subsidy. Yeah. Say now only few number of Nigerians, now then they benefit that they were not up to 1,000. But eventually, when they come out and they discover, say almost every Nigeria they benefit from subsidy. Only a few number of people where they know feel say, okay, we want to track these people and deal with them. Now them, now the reason why they talk say they come out subsidy. Now they've already passed the law. They are not reviewing it. If they are not reviewing it, here is now the point. Can they now say, okay, this subsidy where we come out, waiting be the money where we won't get from it?
Damn, because that's
waiting
the next
we won't
question.
use this money to do. When Jonathan been partially come out subsidy then, he initiated Shopee. Say he go dey do am. Everybody, every Nigeria go dey see wetin Shopee been dey do. We see him that time. He put some of the money to initiate Almanjiri education. You understand? It worked that time. But unfortunately, eventually, something came up and we cannot be able to see whatever the government currently is doing. They match all the money together and they say, okay, we now turn it to fact money. They are sending it to state. Here is now my point. No be removal of subsidy be the main problem where they cause the problem for this government as we speak right now.
Okay.
The devaluation of Naira. Now that one, now the current government no fit deny. If to say you remove subsidy, maybe we'll be buying fuel maybe around 400 Naira or 500 Naira per litre as we speak right now. Even though Nigerians go still complain. But the situation for no bad like this. But for you to now listen to the likes of IMF and that of World Bank to now devaluate your own currency against the US dollar, which is the purchasing power, now where we get it wrong? Because the moment you do that, you've already removed subsidy. Fuel been go. You remember when they removed subsidy that time, it was around 500 Naira, 600 Naira. When you now devaluate Naira, it now jump to 1,000 Naira. So now where we now scatter the entire parade, be that. So that is the situation right now. If Obibin they talk about to removal, I won't take manager. If you are romancing the situation, you may still not get that result. But it's no bad if this government can still correct the narrative by saying, okay, this is what we have recovered so far.
Thank you.
And this is where we are expanding the money to, so that Nigeria will have the feelings that, okay, true, when I come out my money, and this is what we're working for. And they even talk about the CNG that they were doing too. But we've been talking about some of these things, the reason why it's not today effective as we speak right now. When you have some policies, it may be challenging when you are starting it. But you may praise the initiator later if they manage it well. If Nigeria factor no they involved.
Okay, so before we go, you agree with one way the question say where the money where they don't save from the subsidy?
I totally agree,
you agree with that one. Now, the presidency saying is just desperate for power, you know, understand that they take the wrong government, point or no point.
Yeah, if you are saying somebody that is at has run government for 8 years in a state, no sabi how to run government, he no really sit down well. They may say, okay, presidency and what have you, he has not tasted that power. It will be there before we now say, okay, can we review what he has been doing to know whether true is a wrong government or not. But for him to say, okay, can you big guys be accountable for what you have recovered from subsidy and what you spent it on? I totally agree with him on that. Okay. But the other part of it, where they talk, say, he knows Sabi, whatever, he was able to take care of his state for 8 years. Sure. Even though some people get reservation of how he takes manage them. But he still know that one is not a case here. It's just normal political statement.
All right. Now, as they let you go, the way this administration, they take, should I say criticism? What do you get to talk about that one in a minute?
Unfortunately, it's our culture. Not only this administration, let me be fair to them. Since when me are the grow for this country, the moment you are here from opposition, they no one even listen to the message.
Just to
they just
back.
Believe saying that pure politics, now everybody they play. Unfortunately, sometimes true na politics. Even though their message they get content, but sometimes na politics. For instance, the same subsidy we were talking about, 5 years, me former governor of Ekiti State being come out to say that time when they push against removal of subsidy under Jonathan administration, say na politics we been they play that time. You understand? It took him almost 15 years to come back to say, okay, it was politics we were playing. Unfortunately, you understand? So whoever hear that statement from him and hear what other opposition are saying right now, they will also link it to politics. But do they have substance in their message? The answer is yes.
In conclusion, 30 seconds as we go, everything we don't talk here today.
Yeah, in conclusion, I think it's so unfortunate that we have to be discussing politics right now when we're supposed to discuss policies. And when we're supposed to discuss how Nigerians go to benefit the real dividends of democracy. But this is the situation where we find ourselves. I think government should concentrate more on governance. Let their work speak for them. Not them doing all this counter opposition. Oh, this one don't talk, I won't counter them. They are channeling their energy more on this, more than the real governance that Nigerians are supposed to benefit from them.
Thank you so much, Kolawole Omoni, for those wonderful analysis where you don't drop. Me, I don't pick a lot from them. I hope say you where you also follow us, listen, pick a lot. Like you say, this government need to do more on their policies. Not be politics we suppose they talk, not the policies we suppose they see their doings. And Ndume still talk there, say they still get 2 years to begin to do people-friendly policies. They still get 2 years to do something to make impact, and that go determine the 2027. Anyway, as we still wait to look, more will continue to come to you from Christ Said Radio and TV. Join us again tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, for another beautiful edition of Inside Naija. Thank you, Kolawole Omoni, for stopping by. Let's do this again next time.
Thank you very much. All
right, so go all of our social media handles at Christ Said Radio TV. Yes, at Christ Said Radio TV. Follow us, like us, subscribe to our pages, and enjoy all the better program and report we'll put there. And still, to follow us live like this, just go www.christsaidradioandtv.com, and we'll continue to bring you sweet program 8. 56 minutes, run past hour of 9 o'clock. Make I leave you for the hand of two Baba on top this beautiful one when it called for instance. Catch you when we come back for our next program. Until then, peace be unto you.